Adrian Rich said, poetry can break open locked chambers of possibility, restore numbed zones to feeling, recharge desire. Indeed, poetry is Viagra for the soul. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. The tragedy of seeing life as a broken enterprise. I'm encircled with strange forebodings of nights made of my own fears. I could have listened to the breeze instead, seeked messages from its plaintive pluck, and found solace in its unhurried music. Why do I have to crack myself open every morning to let my skin feel the reality of a generous world? Why does the universe need to prove itself with bruises which open up with messages which I don't read? I have sat beneath injured skies, hearing their weeping flow into hapless rivers, and paid attention to only my illusions, as if there was only one reality in the world, and that also a lie I determined for myself. Why do we complicate the nature of flowers even as they sway flawlessly on branches, unencumbered as they are with either our memories of storms or visions of a merciless autumn? Maybe I'm not ignited enough to burn out visions of life which find fears where I should have found the air to soar. Maybe I'm not ignited enough to burn out visions of life which find fears where I should have found the air to soar. We see the world through the lens of our brokenness. Every time a mirror cracks and pieces of us lie at our feet, we scream into the elements. Much before we understand the potential of solace in the world's unflappability, we find symbols of intent and hurt. We lie bruised and we see blood in the claws of the skies. Our hearts crumble and we find the miscibility of dust as perfidious. The world grows intractable to our desires and we have problems with the hard ground we walk on. Time and again we weep and see flooded rivers in our rivulets. What is it about the world that we first see it as an opponent rather than a facilitator? What is it about nature that we ignore its nurturing and only sense its destruction? As we walk through the fallen flowers of a storm's aftermath, we could drown in the incessant floods of grief or make our peace in the infinite tenderness of a sky which still glistens, and learn that light is inside what might lie ruptured and torn. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you were listening to Uncut Poetry. Did you enjoy what you heard? Leave a rating on Spotify or a remark on Apple Podcasts. And follow Uncut Poetry on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Ghana, JioSaavn, or anywhere you get your podcasts. And if you loved this episode, share it with someone you love. See you next week.